we're working on these 3 paintings. I'm gonna go get some more water. Okay, so let's jump right in here. Uh, this one here is the painting that is the least developed. So, well, I'm really excited about, especially this one. I think that's looking great. And this one, let's moving along. Let's see about this one. And I have 2 photo reference that I'm using. We started this paint from Life Outdoors. Let's see. I'm going to see about some spontaneous strokes with a bigger brush, and we're going to see if we can. We started thinking this is going to be the flower. I'm going to see about like this blue tone, if we can get a blue tone in there to start representing that flower. I guess what we're going to try is like a blue gray. It's going to be light. So here, this is, what is this color? I don't know what that color is. Get the chibi color tester. Yeah, that looks all right. That looks fine. Let's try that. So we're going to try to represent this. Let's see about, let's get some here. Okay, that's not too bad. And I'm going to just see about put some right here to uh, start getting some depth in there. Now I just put the, see about that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that's a puddle, but we're just going to leave it for a minute. And let's see here. We want to, I think we're just going to soften. Oops, too much water. Well, anyway, we just soften that whole thing. And pick up some of this water. Hey, it's starting to look like a flower, right? All right, good. You can just pick up more of this water here. And this edge will keep sharp right here. We're just going to make that a softer edge. So let's just rub this border line, and hopefully there is sort of getting softer. So we got a hard edge here, which is going to be like the outside of the petal. And I want to get just a hint of yellow, and I mean a hint. So let's see if we got what could be a hint of yellow. There it is. That's a perfect hint of yellow. And then right here is just a hint of yellow. I'm just going to come right here and nice. All right. We're making big gains in the flower department. Up here, I'm going to try to just see this right here. I'm going to try to say hi that we're that flower petal with a hint of yellow. Another one right here. And then this we're going to dilute. And then we just have a very subtle stain of yellow there. Okay, I mean, that's really subtle, but looks good. This is looking good. When we go in here with some super darks, you know, to frame the outside of the flower, then I would hope that we will have a pretty good looking flower started. So I'm going to see about removing just a little bit of paint right here to make the distinction between, we're beginning to say, hi, we're a yellow area in that flower. And what's down here? Do we have any more flowers down this way? Not really. So what we got, like, I guess we're gonna have 2 flowers here and 1 flower here. We're gonna repeat that flower maybe right here, possibly. All right, next thing we could do, we tried to do some fill in this kind of color, and we filling in some of these white spaces would be a great plus at this point. And I think it would be good if we have some grays down here. Whoops, because let's see what this gray is. The reason I'm checking our paint here is that we're in a really critical moment in this painting where it's looking good and we don't want to mess it up. Here is a gray mixed with some red, so that's going to be a warm gray. Let's see what we got going there. And I don't know if you were around the other day. I took I was going to take reorganize a little here because things are really piling up. It's been a while since we did any organization. All right, so we got our light gray, and we're trying to fill in more of this white space, and I think this is a good place to be looking. And so let's say I should go right here, and let's just kind of, and in here, this, see that white I just left there, that's going to be that stem, and that's going to be important to, let's see, I'm just going to put a little thing right here. You know, having that stem cutting through our background is going to be very helpful. So here I think we started that right there, and let's see about just come down here. Got to be careful what we're doing this close to the edge. That I think looks great. I wonder if we can do the same thing right here. Just come down to, all right, not too bad. We kind of got a big white arrow now facing out of the paper, which is never a good thing. But I think I'm going to just come in here with a green, I guess, but super light. Because this close to the edge, you know, we don't want a like super high contrast thing happening this close to the edge of the paper. So that is good, I guess. And okay, that looks not too bad. I mean, I'm a little suspicious of that blob down there, but I'm just gonna maybe just make it a little bit lighter, like right here, because you know we don't want any high detail thing attracting the eye this close to the edge of the paper. We need to attract the eye around here. Like if we get something super high contrast here, then you could just kind of float around after that and stay within the confines of the watercolor. And you know, if we get a high contrast thing like here, it's just going to attract the eye, and you know, when you look at it, your eye will be like, and then just go right to there, to the edge of the paper. It's always, you know, it's not encouraged to be leading the viewer's eye to any side of the thing. So since that was such a big success, I'm going to try to do the same thing in this area here. And basically what we got there, like that, I guess this leaf here is supposed to be that. This is actually background. I don't especially like this background, which is I believe that's like an indoor-outdoor carpet that's, you know, green. I don't know if that's really what we would want there. I guess we could try it. Let's see what kind of innocuous green we can find for, you know, not being too aggressive. You know, a passive green. And so I say we don't really want a lot of yellow in that green. So that looks like it might be good. Let's see if we can just, this is very, very bold moment here because, okay, and you know, we do have like a spotted thing, you know, it's green, yellow, but you know, I don't know if we really, let's see, just trying to cover the white areas there. Let's go here. Alright, that's nice, and I'm just going to make that very faint because the idea is just to get some paint on there, and I'm going to do the same thing right here just because, you know, this is this whole background is, you know, hi, I'm not really here, there's nothing to see here. let's keep the eyes moving and go to the center of the paper. That looks really nice right there. I mean, as far as a painting, which is absolutely nothing, for a painting that's absolutely nothing, I think this area really, you know, shouts loudly, hey, I'm pretty interesting, but get your eye over there because there's nothing to see here. And, you know, this little white speck, this little shape, these shapes, I think is a helpful thing there. This is something weird that's happening on the paper. I think it's like a defect on the paper where there's this little circle here because I just don't understand why the paint did not adhere to that little circle. So I guess that's like a defect in the paper. So here I don't know what we're going to do with that area, but that little circle is not really a good, quite peculiar. Anyway, I mean, look at that. So stupid. All right, well, whatever. What's next here? I appreciate that comment that I'm a good artist. Much appreciated. I think I'm going to go up here. I'm going to take like this gray. And like I said, we're trying to get a cool gray. Get some blue on there. All right, a cool gray. I just want to keep going on making this a background where you don't really want to be looking around at the background that much. Okay, that's good, nice, okay. And then here we should probably hit that with some greens. And back here, let's just reinforce, you know, the attitude where we're saying don't really look in this area. And soften that whole thing, and okay, that's cool. And get rid of this white square up here. I suppose it looks a little better. Looks a little better. You know, we're just trying to get lay down paint, so we got paint everywhere, and it's coming along. I think I'm just gonna put whatever this neutral tone is right there because you know, I don't know what's supposed to be there. Maybe a leaf, and that's definitely a help. It'll move right here. Let's get some of that. This is supposed to be a leaf. I'm going to see about just get a faint green stain all over right here. Just right here, I guess, and trying to that looks good. This looks good. And put a little extra green right there. What's happening here? I guess this was like gonna be some kind of leaf. I'll get a more profound green here and say hi, we're a leaf. Oh, I guess that was like the yellow leaf. That is a bad green, but maybe we could get away with that as one layer. Just come out here with a different green, and you know, if that dries light, then that would be a plus. When I get a little yellow in there, there's a try to say where this leaf here, so let's put some yellow and a little bit right there. And I don't know if that's great, but if we can articulate these leaves, then you know, darks, then this might be okay. I'm going to blot that up just to make it a lot more subtle, and that looks better. And unfortunately, this looks like it's in front of that, so we're gonna have to fix that at some point. And this red stuff here, I don't even think we're gonna attempt to do that. I think it'd be good to have a little green right up here. Let's just try it. That's good. That's consistent with our theme that, hey, we're a green area. So, you know, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know that. I think we're going to try and do some riveting leaves that are going to be like coming forward and render this whole area like, hey, I'm far back. And put a little green right here. That's a bit fluorescent, a bit too much yellow for my taste. I'm going to see if I go a little bit darker. And that's okay. Great. All right. It's a bit dazzling, that area, so, and probably because of that yellow. I guess let's just lightly pop some gray on there. All right, and then this, that's not that great. All right, that might be okay. Yeah, I really kind of regret having that yellow up there, but hopefully it'll just sort of blend in, and I don't know what this was. Okay. And this, if we could just make that whole thing lighter, it'd be good. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening up there. I think we're going places. I'm going to try to get this thing more. We just put this on. Just trying to make it a lot more impactful. Okay, that's better. All right, I'm going to just switch gears now and work on that apple a little bit. I thought the apple was like somewhere between, you know, almost done and nearly complete. If there's such a thing as that. We started this apple from life and then took this picture. The picture looks completely different than the apple from life looked. And looking at this, I guess we're moving in the right direction there. I mean, it's coming along, I guess. Okay. I didn't paint anything yesterday, and it was a happy, sad moment. It's the first day in months, I guess, that I took a break from painting. All right, so this is a red, and we're still trying to, I don't know, I mean, this looks good, but is it perfect? I don't think so. So we're just still trying to get richness and depth and luster in here, and I guess I think this would maybe be a help. We get some good strokes right here. Okay, that could be good, and like right here, we tried up here before, but we had the wrong. All right, that's nifty, but needs a little help. I'm just gonna try to. Yeah, that's it. This needs to be softer. Oh, that's too much water. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's, I think that's an improvement. Let's try to pull that a little bit down. And I'm gonna see, I got the same color, but I'm going darker on that color, and I want to see about getting this. I mean, I don't really want to outline, but I do want to reinforce about right there. And then just take a damp brush and try to sort of pull this over. And get that just a little bit more smooth right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's weird, right? All right. I like that color. I'm gonna try to what was this? Okay, here I'm gonna go. I'm mixing a gray green with that red. I'm just gonna come down here, I guess, and let's see. Maybe right there. I don't know. And then there's like a dot here. See that dot there? Let's see about just hitting that dot. And then here, I just want to soften this edge. Okay, soft. This dot. I guess we sort of want to bring it down here. And then here I'm going to see about making this whole area lighter and possibly even say, hey, I'm kind of a highlight. This highlight is from this, you know, Draftsman's lamp I have, and I'm just going to try to get into this hole. Okay, that's helping. All right, good enough. And we really need a really good edge here. And I would say that the best way to do it is with negative space, which is going to be an imaginary shadow that's like right there. Let me here I got this kind of a gray. Let's see what that does. And we did start that right here. That looks good. All right, well, that's a big step forward in a way. Okay. And that's we came, we saw, we have hopefully augmented this thing, and now I want to just very quickly touch on these two seascapes. It's supposed to be variety, a variety of paintings here, and so I guess this is. I really love the way this is coming out. I mean, but it still needs work, I suppose. And so, what's bothering me most, I don't like these tones of green. There are too bright, and so you know, this is actually, you know, trees that are like this. That's a tree right there, I guess. So, you know, they're kind of too big. So I'm going to try to get a light gray green to represent those areas, and to me that green is just too intense, so that's the I want to lean more into gray, and not to be too literal, but there's a mixture of what's called sea green plus gray, and I want to get more. I'm going to put this a Primatech blue. I forgot what it's called, and because I want to make this a cooler color. So see that, and I want it real light, and we're not going to add white, we're going to add water. So that's leans a bit green, whereas the chibi test strip. All right, that's pretty good. I'm going to just start with that because the idea is to cover the this what amounts to almost fluorescent green, you know. I mean, it's just too bright for that area. And I guess we're just gonna do a little representation kind of that's gonna that might not be so great with C. And back here, these are very distant. I'm gonna just try to come over here also, but this I'm gonna blot it up as soon as it just sits there a minute. Let's see if we got, okay, so we got an echo or a hint of that. That looks okay. Still want it to be lighter. And then right here, come down and just try to get a little bit more bold there. And that might be okay just to leave that like that. I want to go more in the gray end of the spectrum and see about like a little triangle here, which is going to hopefully say, hey, eyes viewing, look that way. And that looks good. I'm just trying to, I got a different brush here. I'm going to try to just pick up some of this paint right there. Looks good. All right, that's nice. And, you know, I'm going to take the same tones and just see about come down in here. And oh, it's actually, you know, more rock than green in this this level of the rocks. I know, it's like rock and then like there's trees or something right on top up here. So, but this green is just the wrong green if you ask me. So I'm just gonna, and this, I don't know why this gap is here. I'm gonna see, I'll just come down here with a more profound dark. All right, I think I gotta go. Thanks everybody who came by. It was very great to jump back into real-time watercolor painting. We have did this and worked on that. It's coming along good. We didn't touch this, but too bad. And what else did we do? We worked on the apples somewhat, trying to bring luster and you know, structure to the left side of the apple. And we got this ongoing project, which is started from paint as paint from life and now is paint from photo, and we're trying to do flowers in there and turning into a lot more work than I pictured. So thanks again everybody who came. Art fun, real-time watercolor painting today.